Hello, everyone. Hope that you're having an amazing, phenomenal, blessed day, feeling luxurious, rich, welcome, venerated, especially to my black people. Hope you had a good motherfucking Juneteenth yesterday. Okay. Um, Hope that we are all feeling respected, loved, welcome, and cherished within ourselves, within our energies, within our bodies. Okay. We will be doing a pick a pal, pick a card, pal type energy reading here today. Before we get started, my name here is Latiste. I do readings on here as well as you can book readings down below, dream decipherings down below, ancestral readings, as well as you can check out my podcast where I talk about dreams, spirituality, life, my own journey, things of that sort. We just get deeper. I just kind of have high talks on there. And also, you can feel so free to donate to my Cash App that is also linked down below if you feel so called to bless your girl. And with that being said, cultivate and create it, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I did kind of write down the turn up messages and pick out the cards yesterday, but I just was not in the right space, just energetically wise, as well as just not in the actual environmental space to actually do the readings. So I was going to do when I got home, but things changed, life changed. So we're going to do it now. So let's go ahead and get into your reading pile number one. We're just going to go ahead and start into it. Look down below, baby. Look down below. All right, pile number one. This reading is here for you. Now, I did get some chat up messages. I went ahead and wrote them down on my phone. So for pile one, when I was getting ready and shuffling your cards, a little gnat fell on the cards, and gnats are small before they're what they become before flies or even fruit flies, but the fly. And Spirit said, watched or peeping everything you do too much. Whoever it is, whatever it is watching you too much. Either they're watching you too much to the point where they're not focusing on their life, their own energy, how they register and perceive things, whatever it is, or they're watching you too much to the point where they're like pocket watching, energy watching. See, now it's just they're watching too much. But Spirit also put not subtle. They're not subtle with it. Like you can tell when they're watching you in a way. It's almost like, and it doesn't have to be they're running back and telling anybody. I don't even feel like it's that type of energy. It's just this watching energy. And so we're going to get into it, but it just feels like you're being watched, almost like they're spectating you almost. Like I said, it could be that they're watching what you're spinning, how you're spinning, where you're spinning in, whether they're watching who you're hanging out with, how you hang out with them, how you move, how you react, how you think. It's just they're watching everything you do. We're trying to peep everything you do, and they're keeping it almost in like their own record books and dialogue and energy, and it's just they're not subtle with it. And we're going to figure out why they're doing that, but also what that has to do with you. Like why they is so infatuated and fascinated with you and your energy and your light. So I already did pull out two cards for the overall energy of this. And so we're just going to go ahead and flip those over. We have think with positive intentions and place hope and faith behind your actions. 222. And so this is how you have been moving. And so maybe the reason why they're watching, like I kept saying, pocket watching, energy watching, this type of watching. Maybe the reason that they're watching you, yeah, because I'm just going to read both of your cards and then we'll get into it because they tie together. I have a clear sense of things to come and that are here. They're watching because your life looks different than how you're acting, how you're reacting, how you're shifting, how you're moving. I'm hearing someone possibly went through a breakup, but how you're acting is not somebody that's heartbroken, somebody that just got, for some of you, betrayed, some of you love, or just this kind of energy. You're acting in a way of somebody that is healed and or healing. And so they're almost like watching you in this type of way because they're like, what I thought. And then, okay. Or maybe you lost a job or you've been unemployed for some time, but you're still like taking trips or you're buying what you want or you're setting things up, or maybe you're a content creator and you don't have a lot of views, but you're still posting and a lot of subscribers. It's like something where they don't understand the clear sense of things to come that are here, but you do. And so you're moving with those intentions and those actions of knowing that things are playing out for your best interest, of thinking in your best interest, of alchemizing your energy, of redistributing your creativity, your thoughts, your emotion. And so they're watching because it's almost like I said, it's almost like a spectator, like, oh, sorry. There we go. It's almost like a spectator where they're trying to figure out, like, how are they doing this? How are they not looking like what they're going through or what they've been through? And so, and this mindset, it's almost like they're watching because of that. And so, like I said, they're not very subtle with it. So they could also be asking questions, or they could say things like, oh, I thought, this and that. Ain't you supposed to be? It's like certain things where they're not expecting that from you, right? It's like I wrote a card where it's like, you can't be afraid of a knife in the kitchen. It's something like that. One of the cards wrote, like, you can't be afraid of the knife in the kitchen, you might get cut. Or you can't be afraid of the grease in the kitchen, you might get popped. And that's how you're kind of moving through life. You're like, I can't be afraid of life because I might get disappointed, or because things might not go my way, because I get denied something or delayed something, or because I get setback or I lost something. That's life. I can't be afraid of life. I'm living life. And so they're shocked of how you react. It's kind of like when somebody is cooking in the kitchen and they like cut themselves, but they're not, they know, I'm gonna go rinse my hand, I'm gonna clean it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put on a band-aid, then let me go ahead and clean up the surface area. You're moving in a way of calm within possible chaos or confusion. Or again, it's like something where somebody is expecting, like I said, it's like you possibly don't have a job, but you're still not acting like you don't have a job. You're still moving as if you are wealthy and abundant, because you are. Trust me, you are. And so they're just possibly watching for that reason. So let's get a sense of why they're watching, because you have a clear sense of things that are coming in that are here. You know exactly what's going on. You're no longer lying to yourself about when you're hurt or when you're sad or when you're unhappy, but you're, like I said, alchemizing that. So let's see what's going on, Spirit. Why are they being watched? We have educated beyond your intelligence, time to make a proper plan. They're watching you. So, oh my God. I'm laughing, but it's not like I'm laughing. It's like your ancestors or your God or your universe is laughing. Cause it's just like this. Don't make me pause this video to take a laugh. You're somebody's mentor, whether directly or indirectly. You're mentoring somebody, you're inspiring somebody, you are teaching somebody, you're guiding, you're whatever you're doing, you are somebody's mentor. You're educating somebody because they have their intelligence is what they see. Like they're like, oh, I was expecting this because of this, or I was expecting you to say this because of that, or I was expecting. They're educated beyond their intelligence. They don't have the intellect to understand why you are positive, why you are moving with the intention of having faith and responding with the life as if things are still working out for you, as if everything is going to work in your favor, as if you are blessed, as if you are honored and respected by God, the universe. And so you're educating them and you're helping them make a plan with their life, whether directly or indirectly. You're doing it. That's why I said they're not subtle. And so you can possibly notice somebody who feels like they're possibly copying you or like almost emulating you, but it's like you're teaching them. And they're trying to figure it out. Like, how do I do that? And that's why I was like, it's not in a way where it feels, because like I said, it's like it was a gnat. It wasn't an actual fly or a fruit fly. It wasn't full grown, right? Um, but it's this energy. Hello, bird. It's this energy where they're trying to gain intelligence. They're trying to gain information, but they have all this of what they see. So I'm hearing somebody could have recently lost a house or something, but you're not letting that get you down. It's like you are, and not in a way of like you don't feel the sadness of what you lost, but you're like, okay, I can look for a new place. I can look for a place that I actually want. I really didn't like that place, which is why I lost it. And then I realized why you lost it. It's because you didn't really enjoy that place in the first place. Either the location, maybe we didn't have enough space. And so they don't realize that you have a clear sense of things that are coming. Maybe a bigger home, maybe your car, something up with your car. Now you're getting a new car, or you're driving in the rental, and the rental is your dream car. And now it's like you're operating in um your visual prowess, hilarious enough, but in this mind state of knowing where to go. And so that's where they're trying to also lead their life, because maybe they're going through things and they don't know how to alchemize it. They don't know how to work with it. They don't know how to shift it. They don't know how to breathe through it. They don't know how to think. And they don't know how to think in a positive way that isn't toxic to themselves, where they're oblivious. Because, like I said, you know what's here, but you also know what's coming. And so they're trying to figure that out, because you also have, like I showed you, bitch, pipe down, eat this mental self reflection. And that's why God, your angel spirit, is laughing, because it's just like, you got people watching you. Because maybe in those moments when you're with just your spirit team or with yourself, where you're like, Spirit, I don't know if I can make it another day. I don't know if I can take another fucking thing. I don't know. And that's where that 222 comes in, where you're thinking positive with intentions. But in order to think positive, you have to get all that negative shit out. And so they don't know that you have those moments. They're just seeing the moments after. And so it's like, bitch, pipe down, eat this mental. Right? Self reflection. That is what you have been doing. And so with that, you're leading them to their own self reflection of questioning why, when I don't get the treat that I want, I'm this and that, and this is they're trying to figure out now for themselves of why they can't react or act in the same way, or move in the same way, or and not like they're, again, not trying to replicate you, but they're trying to make a proper plan for their life. And you are leading by example. And so maybe you haven't felt like, me. Yes, you will be surprised. I say it all the time here. You will be surprised with people. People jealous of the way you wipe your ass, and they're not even jealous. They're just like, how do you wipe your ass with them long ass nails and not get dirty? It's almost like that. It's like they're intrigued and interested in you. So let's get some final messages for this. Meditate on this card until zoned out, then write or create what comes once done. So for you, because you're in this in between space, I can tell, because you have a clear sense of things that come that are here. Like I said, you're in the midst of something, which is why you're putting faith behind your actions and intentions. Juna, enough. Come on, baby. But so meditate, because you still have a lot of self reflection to do, and that's why you're able to rock around in a sense of a way of knowing things that are going to work out for you, because you're realizing, if I can work this out mentally, where I'm not overthinking, where I'm not filled with anxiety, where I'm not filled with pressure, where I'm not filled like it's a burden, or my life is spinning in chaotic spirals, continuously bumping into each other. It's like, so meditating. So you could be journaling a whole lot more, dancing, taking walks, food meditation, where you're just kind of slowly eating your food, just kind of digesting and being in the present moment. Or you like sitting in meditation, listening to sound bowls, and just kind of breathing. So you have been doing that, or you are trying to figure out ways to do that, and then just coming with it, writing and creating. And so you are a natural born leader. So you can have Leo in your chart, you can have Libra in your chart, Virgo in your chart. Yes, I'm saying the ones that are natural born leaders. Yes. Hilariously, 4, 5, 6. I mean 5, 6, 7. Very much so. It's in this way of giving yourself that grace and that energy to have that. So with the peeping, and they're not doing it in a set of way, it's for a reason. It's to show you people are watching you, because you're doing something right. You're doing something that they can't do. You're doing something that's natural to you. You're doing something in a way that shows that you are healing, and that you have healed a lot of ways. You're showing other people in a way like you have moved forward in a new direction, in a new mode, in a new energy, in a new honesty, right? And so with this coming in, whoever is watching, like I said, it didn't feel malicious. It didn't feel like it's 444. So I'm saying it doesn't feel malicious. It just feels like they're like really watching you, like very shocked and surprised, like they just got out of a marriage, and but it's like you're releasing. You are accepting things as they are, so that way you can accept things as they will be. And so continuously move at your pace, continuously move that with this intentional faith that things are working out for you. Things are shifting and moving for you in your favor for your greatest good. Because some people are out here and with this educated beyond your intelligence, they can have things that you possibly don't have. They can possibly, you could have just lost your job or got I'm hearing demoted or lost some hours, but they're like maybe like a CEO or somebody that's really high in charge, or they get just paid, or like is it whatever it is, but they're still are struggling in a way. They're still trying to find their place in this world, their purpose, their energy. And so watching somebody that possibly they're like, how are they able to do this? And I have to like, and so when they say less is more, they're talking about you. You don't need a lot to be the most, to be wonderful, to be grand, to be enough, to be amazing. And this person is watching and they realize that, like, I thought they do. I thought, how are they? Mm-mm. Because they're trying to figure out why they aren't happy, why they aren't satisfied, why they aren't living out their dreams, or where they were trying to reach a goal of accomplishing something, of getting a relationship or whatever. And it's just like, why am I not? I'm seeing a lot more happy single people. I thought single people were supposed to be sad and mopey and yearning for love, but it looks like they're quite fulfilled. And so, again, continues to be you because you're leading people. You're a trendsetter, Ella. Aquarius energy, too. A trendsetter where you're setting guidelines and mold for people without you even knowing by just living your life. Mm. So, when they see you come around and they trying to figure it out, like, what happened? I don't get it. How are they? I could have swore. How they putting that shit on? They only got 5 articles of clothing. How are they? I was struggling to put some outfits on. You don't know who you're leading. So keep being you because you have a clear sense of things to come. You move in a way of already knowing that it's done. Keep moving in that way. Okay, part number one, because you got some people watching you and they're speaking highly of you. That's why they're watching you. Like that person, that's not. I watch them for inspiration for this. It's almost like you're like a guru of life without you even knowing it. That's why I said the universe and your ancestors laughing. It's like, bitch, you are the one. You are the star. You are the mogul. You are the trendsetter. You are the leader. No matter what you're going through. Okay? And you're not even trying to lead by example, but you are the example in a lot of people's lives. You're on their Pinterest board, you're on it, whatever it is. Okay? So that was for you, part number one. Whoever's watching is watching for a reason. You're worthy of being watched. I love you. Okay? Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time. Part number two, how are you? Hope that you are doing well. I love writing on the back of this. I wish all books were kind of like me like this. But anyways, let's get into you and your channel messages as well. Let's pull this up and see what Spirit has for you. With you, you're highly, you just unlock something with your intuition, with psychic abilities, mediumship, something supernatural, if you will, metaphysical, okay? And it's either reawakened for some or unlocked for others, but it has come in where it's like, oh, sorry, my little black baby, my black kitty baby. I love him so much. He's getting cozy, sitting next to me. So that can be a sign. Black cats can be a sign, coziness, but you are getting more comfortable and adjusted. It's like I started to watch Harry Potter. I always start watching Harry Potter and then I just kind of cut out because I just feel I don't know. Some shows are in movies I do that where I'm just like, this ain't my thing, which is crazy. I love that type of shit. But it's like this energy where you, for a long time, people tried to stop what you were, kind of like with the parents hiding it. Was it the parents? The aunts? It was his, yeah, because his parents had died. His parents had died, but the aunt and uncle trying to stop the letters from coming in, right? To show this person their gift. And as soon and I think before then, again, I ain't watched the movie. Don't come at me because it's hard to fuck J.K. Rowling anyway. But but I think before then he was already realizing his power. With I think he had the snake incident before the letters had came or whatever, and he was just having different moments where he was like seeing his power come to life. And I feel like you had a lot of those moments where you would predict something that would happen, or you had a Melinda Gordon moment where she was at the funeral and she went up to the wife and she was like, "Hey, your husband has something he wants to tell me." And obviously, the husband, she's at the funeral for the husband, and the wife was just crying, and because she's able to see that, it's like you've been having moments continuously, and now it's like something snaps. It almost felt like it was overnight where them letters came in. It was like, okay, Spirit like, they're ready. Let's ramp it up because we got to get them a little more training. We got to get them in there. We got to get them around other people that are like them, that are feeding into them. And so with this energy, I feel like that's kind of where you've been kind of slowly awakening your powers, maybe shadow messaging more. There's, and I don't even, I could, it's books of spiritual gifts that people have. There's books of spiritual gifts that people have. You got the root workers, you got the healers, you got the conjurers, you got the warriors as being and also spiritual worker, being able to navigate and know the other team and the mental. There's so many spiritual gifts out there. So I don't even want to limit it to just those things. There's so much that you've been tapping into. And so you've been working on that. Okay, apothecary of things. Okay. And so it's like something happened overnight where you got almost this revelation of how to utilize it or how to manage it, how to hone it, how to get in this energy. And it could be being finding more people that just coming up to you with the same powers and gifts, or just being in that sense of community, or just spirit. You're noticing a whole lot more spirit and energy around you, and that's training you because not everybody has a trainer or a mentor. Sometimes you got to go to the astral world to work with some people too. 2222 isn't saying that, to get some lessons and initiations, or maybe you did recently get initiated for some. That's what I'm hearing. But very spiritual, this palace. And so something has clicked, because we have, for your channel messages, foreshadowing of something new. And so it's almost like you've been having these deja vu moments that feel a little bit different. It's almost like that foreshadowing energy of seeing something like, oh, they foreshadowing it. They adding that little red cloth in because that red cloth is going to be very significant later. Or you're foreshadowing a lot of things of something new, right? It's like, say you want fries. Okay, let's just keep it as simple and basic. Everybody can. You want fries, and so now you see an ad for fries. It's like, hey, okay, they got fries, and then you see somebody eating fries, and then you get a deal, buy one get one free for fries, and then somebody's like, hey, I just sent you money, in case you wanted to get some food. It's kind of like that. It's a lot of things have been slowly showing you, like, I kind of had like a desire to do this. Then you're seeing somebody do that desire. You're seeing ads. You're speaking about it. It's like, oh my God, it's starting to come. It's almost foreshadowing, giving little titty bits of information of what you can possibly be, what it can possibly have, what it is. Right? It's like foreshadowing in a book. Like, oh, I know this is gonna be significant later. I know this name, this person, this and it's like that. And so you also got trusting your intuition is making you mean good. There were moments where you had a gut feeling or an energetic feeling or just something was telling you not to go or to say this or to move this or to whatever it is. We all know how intuition works. It's going to tell you to do something, set up something. And there were moments where you didn't listen, or you kind of tried to, it's almost like I'm hearing you try to persuade your intuition. into being like, maybe this, look over here. And so you have those moments, but now that you're trusting your intuition, it's making you mean. It's making you more cutthroat with some people, more ruthless with some people. The reason why I'm doing the quotation marks, in case you're just listening, doing quotation marks, is because your intuition cuts through everything. It cuts through everything. It is an energetic. Sorry, I don't know if there was a child or a cat. It is an energetic energy. It is an energetic field. It's like a magnetism. Your intuition is a magnet for truth, for alignment, for comfort, not in the comfort of ego, but for the comfort of growth. It's quite hard for flowers to bloom in dead soil or even in concrete. Yes, they can come up out the concrete. Doesn't mean it was comfortable. So they want you to be in comfortable fertilizer, comfortable ground. And so you're realizing my intuition is only leading me to what I need, what I desire, what I deserve, what I'm worthy of. And so with this foreshadowing, oh, of a lot of things with this foresight, this foreseeing, or like I said, with this Harry Potter, this glimpses of using your magic, your energy, your manifestations, your power, your truth, with healing. Somebody can be like, oh my, I literally still get told this, your hugs are so healing. It's that Reiki energy, baby. And I don't practice Reiki, but I just know. At least I don't practice it in that type of way. My hands literally get hot, certain parts of my body get hot, and those are healing points. So it's things like that, like they're part where you're just using and you're not even realizing, but you're starting to train it more. And so, like I said, with the letters coming in, it can be messages from spirit of how to navigate that more. It could be like wearing a head covering. Sometimes like you see me on here, man, wearing a headscarf to keep my head protected. Sometimes you have to do to wear adornments. Sometimes you can't have people in your home. Sometimes you have to do certain things. And so you're realizing that, but you're trusting your intuition is making you mean to some people. But that's why spirit say good. Good. Because you have visions coming in. Time to tap in, meditate with me. Like I said, you are my spiritual power. You see things, you understand things, you smell things, you taste things, you feel things, you gather like no other. Like no other. Yeah, I release you in your negativity. Take back power. What did I say about the aunts and the uncles? What I say about the aunts and the uncles? Hiding it. Hiding the letters from them. No, they can't know. They can't know. Not tell them the truth. So you could have been in situations where people do not support you, do not love you, do not believe in you. They try to hide information from you. They're not giving you everything. And so you're like, I'm releasing you and your negativity. Or they shoot down your visions. Or wait, you could be one of those people like, I just don't want to go. I'm getting this feeling. You always get a feeling. And how do you come back when you tell me these stories after I don't go? And so you're realizing I'm releasing your negativity and I'm calling back my power. I'm calling back my energy. I'm calling back my laughter. I'm calling back my essence. I'm calling back my whatever that you're calling it in. You're calling it back to you. Because people thought that they could. And so you might seem mean to others. They was like, Harry, why are you? I do remember him blowing up his uncle, I believe. It's like, Harry, how could you have that boy trapped? And they would stomp on the stairs extra hard on purpose, just doing malicious things. I don't know why I'm singing in trigger warning. If anybody read this book, A Child Called It, where it's like being maliciously, if you know A Child Called It, you know A Child Called It. We're just maliciously, just being malicious for no reason. For no reason. And so you were around a lot of people that it's almost like you had to, and that's, thank you, Spirit. That's why you have to do a lot of foreshadowing, and Spirit had to do a lot of foreshadowing with you because they knew they had to build up your trust with yourself. and your intuition and your guidance and your powers and your magic. They had to foreshadow, like, you seeing that? You notice that, and then now that's happening. You peep that, and now that's happening. And you move that, and now that's happening. And you feng shui and clean your home after somebody leaves, and now this is happening. There are some instances where people would come over and they just would not come inside my home. Almost like, I'm like, you can, no, they just knew that energy. And so now it's like your own protectors are up, your own energy protections is up in the best way possible. And so you're tapping into this. You're tapping into this source of power that you can trust. And so it may seem like others, oh, she acting different. He acting weird. He acting funny. This. For some of you I'm hearing, they on their hotep stuff. I remember when I started being more trusting my intuition and things of that sort. And my ex years ago, they were like, you're starting to sound like some, what's the name? And I was like, that's crazy. Because I'm just sticking up for myself. I'm just being honest. I'm just being really like, you're starting to sound like so-and-so. Just because I'm tapping into the spirit and power. But that same motherfucker asked me for a reading and helped them with spells. Is it Uchiwala or is it one mic? Okay, and so you're realizing this understanding of some people will say that. Because I could have sworn to aunts and uncles like, no, can we? No, you can't. Here's your final cards out here. Wow. This is divine alignment like I've never seen. We have time to stay within balance for your mind, body, soul. Don't neglect one for the other. 333, right? Like I said, you are tapping into a sense of self that you ain't got time to be worrying about anybody else and if they see you mean or influence. It's like, what about when you was hurting mine? What about when you didn't get a foot? What about when you was making me doubt my own intuition, my own gifts, my own movements, my own energy, my own power? When I was under the fucking stairs. What about when I was under the stairs? And so you're like, I have to stay within balance and I'm not going to neglect myself anymore. I'm not going to doubt my intuition. I'm not going to doubt my visions. I'm not going to doubt my power. Right? Because you also have speak to me nice. Start talking with your ancestors in your native tongue. Like I said, some of you, there's so many different gifts out there. And I don't want to limit. There's mediumship, astral projection, there's root worker healing, there's people that do spell. It's just everything. People that can help you with breath control, help people that help you with the finances, that's spiritual work too, because that's money is energies. It's just so many things. And so you're realizing if they're not going to talk to me nice, with respect of knowing who I am, what I do, what I cultivate, what I create, how it balances out, how I'm balanced out, we're not going to be in any regard with each other. So if you can't speak to me nice or at all, it ain't happening. I've been talking with my ancestors. I'm gonna talk with them. That's why the messages been coming in. Like I said, it's like them letters is filling up the fucking house. It's like you can't hide my gift. You can't hide what my destiny, my purpose, what's meant for me. You can't. Okay? That ain't for you. But I think that's it. That's all for you. Trust in yourself. Believe in that energy. Believe in your power. Release whoever you need to release. Release whatever you need to release. It's happening. You're too powerful to get into that. So get ready for this new initiation. Get ready for these new magical gifts. Get ready for this new. I'm hearing these new superstitions. Like I said, sometimes I gotta have to wear coverings to cover my head. Sometimes gotta add a little extra black pepper at the door. Just people trying it. So I love you. Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time. Righty, pal number 3. Let's get into your reading. Where do we got? 34. We'll put 18. Okay. Let's get into your reading. See what we got for you. Now, your energy. You got three cards. I didn't see any of the cards. Your energy is giving me a headache, and not like an actual headache, just like one of those, like, thank you, swear. It's almost like a frustration. And it's not, I'm not actually frustrated with you. It's just the energy I'm feeling. And even with the messages I wrote, it's this energy where you, let's just get into the first shadow message because I can't even, the first shadow message I got is struggling. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I promise. It's just, that's almost how I feel. It's just this frustratedness, almost with life, with energy, with just, you just feel struggling. I just literally just a struggling period. And then we also got something's off or distant. Like either the energy's off or the energy's this. It's like it's something is off or distant. And that can be why you're struggling. That can be why you're going through things, why you're trying to figure things, whatever. It's just something, like I said, it's very frustrating. It's like I'm trying to figure something out. It's like I don't have all the pieces. It's like, oh, we're only got one piece. It's just, it's this weird energy because we also got too detached from things. Because right now you have put yourself so far away from your emotions, your energy reality. It's just in this moment. It's just too. I'm gonna need to flip these motherfucking cards because honey bunches of oats. It's almost like I just like want to throw a tantrum energy, just wanting to fight energy, like a going to a mosh pit or a battle royale. Just this unrelentless anger that you're not able to express. And so it's like, I'd rather just be like, you know what, if I can't express my anger or my frustration or my grief or my struggles or my pain or whatever in any type of way, then I can't express anything at all. I can't feel anything at all. I can't be involved in it at all. And that's where that too detached from things is. You were trying not to make a rash decision or lash out or be abrasive or aggressive or controlling or demanding to the point that now you're not expressing anything at all. Now you're struggling with even trying to be. Like I said, it just feels like it's like a headache, but it's not even a headache. It's just frustration, just feeling. It's like this pent up energy you have inside of you. Like I said, it's like wanting to throw a tantrum or go to a rage room just to get everything out, to really truly get back in touch with reality. And I feel like right now, you're not in your body or your mind. I feel like you kind of just walking around with like this haze over you, this energy over you. And that's why something feels off or distant because it's almost like you're looking at yourself from the third person, but you are that part. It's just it's really putting a dampening on a lot of things. You know? Let's pull over your cards. I did a reading yesterday for someone and you know how they say, and I'm also part of that, you can't be off your path. Very true, but you can be around someone so much that you start making their path your path. And it feels like you're walking side by side. The wind is picking up real heavy right now as I'm saying this. It feels like you're walking side by side or together in this, or you're as one in one accord, but you're not equally yoked. You're not equally prepared. Oh, it's just like, oh my God, it's like leading astray. I'm just this. I miss you, but you don't miss me. Don't long for the past. You can't change or live there. And the reading I kind of gave yesterday was about this person that was expecting, something in their family and in their life. And it was the same person that was betraying them, that was undermining them, that was underpaying them, um, that didn't allow them to truly be and express themselves. Um, and so it's like you miss this person, or you miss this energy, or you miss what could be, but they don't miss you. And so you're so distant and so off from it. And for some of you, it could be a job that you miss, like a career. But it's like you can't, because it also says don't long for the past. You can't change or live there. And you got the 666 card, which is take a step back and reflect on past choices and actions, and take the lessons and use it for present and future wisdom. People forget when you're taking a step back, you're not looking back. You're just stepping back and looking at the entire picture, all the details, all the colors, all the everything. You're just taking a step back. You're not looking back. And I feel like with this coming in, with you taking a step back and looking at what you're on, you'll see that you have merged paths with something or someone. And it could just be you miss the old you of how you used to be things. And it's like the old you doesn't miss you because it wasn't meant to stay. It wasn't meant to be there. Your energy is like dredging through the mud right now. Like you're. It's like I'm feeling no inner emotion. Excuse me. I'm feeling no energy and emotion at the same time. I feel like this auric presence, or this. It's like a hovering cloud of like something's gonna let loose for what it was. And that's why you're struggling, is because you're trying to keep everything at a distance. The hurt at a distance, the love at a distance, the thoughts at a distance, the past at a distance, the truth at everything at a distance, to the point that you don't realize that you're the one experiencing all that. You're the one going through that. You're a part of that. And so now you've distanced yourself so far away from you. And so now you're detached from everything. Because you're trying to think rationally or whatever it is, something where you're just like, I have to do this or I have to do, and it limited you in truly expressing in those moments, of truly being in those moments. And so 666 is like, take a step back, take a moment to reflect, to breathe, to think, because that is what's necessary, that is what's needed. Because you have ringing in your left ears, ringing in ears, life on right, death in left. Now this is just how I do my ringing in my ears. Life was on the right, death is on the left. But it's almost like your body is trying to bring you back to self. It's like you have to tune yourself, like a tuning fork, like a ringing. You have to tune yourself back to yourself. Because you have been, like I said, this third party energy. It's almost like you're looking at your life from the outside. Something really knocks you off your rocker, and you're not being honest about it. You're trying to just bypass it. Maybe you feel like a solution got presented and you took that solution, but you didn't process it. You didn't process the emotion. You didn't process the the hurt. It's just, and you're struggling. You're just dredging through the mud. You're struggling a bit. How can I work through this? Because it's like you're missing an old part of something, an old path, an old. It's, but it hasn't worked for you. It doesn't work for you. I don't. I don't know. So we're gonna get some I knows in there for you, because it just feels like you're not being honest. It's like this cups energy, which is crazy because, like I said yesterday, I had a person I did a reading for yesterday, and the Ten of Cups came out with the King of Wands, and it was like this over masculine energy of this person coming in and just 44, so I'm saying that. I just feel like you can't be yourself. It's really heavily giving this energy of I cannot be myself. I cannot. It's like people don't want me to go back to that, and I think that's why you miss the old you. And the thing you have to realize is with the old you, you will just do things without the reflection, without the 666, without the wisdom. But now you know the old you. It's like if this is the old me, I would have did this. This is it isn't. This is a new you. It's now you're doing it a different way. You have to. Sometimes we be so afraid of going back to our old selves because we feel like we have to get rid of every part of ourselves to embrace something new, to embrace something different. And sometimes that's what's going to help you. Yep. What did I say? Tap into that fire. Pull into the sun energy. Release. Push your passion. Focus. Shine your light. Be bold. Burn old ways. Old ways that no longer work. That are no longer. This energies. This fire energy. Y'all cannot fire your chart. It's like I said. It's this frustration. It's really pissing you. You really want to fucking lash out. I'm gonna just be as honest can be. You want to lash out. Like I said, you want to rage. You want to, and it's like, and with this taking a step back, reflecting the ringing in the ears, spirits ask you, why aren't you? Especially with this fire coming up, why aren't you? Why aren't you? Because right now you are so far from yourself, so detached from everything because you don't want to act in a way. It's just, I don't know why you don't. That's how I was feeling yesterday. It's this energy where it's like, don't lead yourself to bitter resentment. Do you hear me? Because I feel like you're starting to resent self. Why didn't I say that? Why didn't I do? Why didn't I? And it's something that's going to happen. You know, like I knew I should. I knew we're not doing that. Yeah. Very simple from the bottom. The bullshit you've been giving me. So again, it's pulling at the bullshit you've been giving me. I blocked that. No wonder you've been feeling backed up. You need to give people back their shit. Give them back this energy. Give it back. I'm seeing somebody coming into your business and they just start knocking shit off the walls, right? Just not really caring about your business, but then they want to walk up to the counter and try to purchase something. It's like, no, you would kick them out the store. Somebody egging your home. And it's like, well, I guess now it smells right. It's like you have, we're saying it. Actions deserve consequences. Okay? Actions deserve consequences. Consequences can be good or bad depending on what the fucking actions are. I always like to say consequences are the outcome of what you have done. If you worked, the consequences of you working are getting a paycheck. If you love someone intentionally with care, the consequences of that and them loving you back intentionally with care. Hopefully. But the bullshit people have been, it's just like you're trying to shut off this, right? It's like you don't want to be seen as a bitch. You don't want to be seen as mad. You don't want to be seen as rude. You don't want to be seen as, stop coddling whoever you're coddling. Stop hiding whatever you're hiding. Stop detaching yourself from the emotion, that passion, that feeling that keeps rising up that you keep trying to snuff out. It's not snuffed out. You're just not as well lit. You can't be detached from one thing and not expect yourself to start being it's a domino effect. Be real. I'm just so fucking serious. Be real with yourself. If you have been getting bullshit, if people have been lying, they ain't been real, they've been this, they've been that, or you have not been, like I said, they've just been coming in the street in any kind of way and still expecting your service, your kindness, your care, your understanding, your empathy, it's exhausting. And you're exhausted. And that flame that you think you keep snuffing out is just burning you out. It's leaving you in dark spaces, in dark rooms, ringing in your ears. That's your spirit. They tell you take a step back because you keep trying to get extra close. Take a step back. See what's happening. See what's going on. Take everything. Write it down if you need to. Paint a motherfucking picture. But when you realize you cannot long for the past, you cannot change it, and you cannot live there, you will realize that something needs to change in the present based off of past actions, past situations, past motives, past degrees. Because sometimes you will be so far into the past and you'll be looking at a person's past energy of how they used to act and how they used to be and how they used to think and how they used to feel and how they used to operate and or how you used to be and how it's like, I don't want to go. You're not there anymore. They're not there anymore. Look at the now. Wake the fuck up and look at the now. The bullshit. You're literally saying, the bullshit you've been feeling, I block that. Oh, because that reading I did for that client yesterday, I was just like, it was irritating because it was like the person just had so much nerve over this person's life. I cannot stand people that think that they know people better than other people because of somebody's kindness, because of somebody's resolve, because of somebody's resilience, because of somebody's love. And I feel like that's why you've been struggling. It's because you feel like if you treat this person with the consequences of the actions that they have, that it will take away from who you are, from what you are deserving of, from what you are expecting. And yes, it will shift things. It's supposed to fucking shift the dynamic. It's supposed to. But if it's only benefiting one person, you're straight. Like I said, it was just this frustrating energy. This, let me get it out. You have to get it out. You have to get it out. Okay? Whole child, honey, lunches, and boats. I love you. I love you, okay? Love yourselves more. Like, comment, share, and subscribe until next time, my honey. And yeah.